kid, and welcome to KidTime StoryTime. And I see that the book Manners in Public have scared away our ill-behaved Curious George. Curious George! Curious George! I want you to watch this book. That's right. You have a few things to learn. All right, kid. Way to be. Manners in public. Because when you behave, when you go out in public, that means your parents and your family and friends will take you out much more often. Yeah. Here we go. Whether you are at the park, the movies, or the store, you can use good manners. Well, of course. In fact, good manners come in handy anytime you are out and about. There are lots of ways you can use good manners in public. Let's find out how. Calvin says, "Good morning, Mr. Jeffers," when he gets on the school bus. Now that is very polite. And he says, "Have a good night, Mr. Jeffers. Thank you," when he gets off the bus at the end of the day. He is using good manners. That's right. In fact, today I was on the subway and I said goodbye and thank you to the subway operator, and he waved bye-bye and smiled. So that was nice for everybody involved. Onwards. Eric, I assume that is he, goes to the pet store to look at whoop, 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 the fish. He says, "Oh, excuse me," when he bumps into someone. He is using good manners. I mean, it's just an honest mistake, and I'm sure she appreciated the excuse me. When Dawn finds a toy elephant on the sidewalk, she takes it back to her neighbor's house. She is using good manners. See, and that's being a good neighbor too, because it means that you're doing right by your neighbor, and hopefully the neighbor will do right by you. It just feels good to do the right thing. Jude uses the sidewalk on his way home from school. He stays out of people's yards. He is using good manners. Of course, because somebody has taken the trouble to do a nice rock thing here, and they've planted pretty flowers. If he goes and walks all over it, not only does he ruin the flowers, now nobody can look at them, no one can enjoy them, and when people walk by, they're just going to see a bunch of trampled dead flowers, and the person who planted them will be sad, the flowers will be dead and sad. But he is using good manners. Clara and Mitchell throw their trash in the bin after their picnic in the park. They are using good manners. Oh, kid, don't you hate it when you see people throw trash outside the garbage as if the earth was their giant trash can? Wrong. Anika says, "Thank you," when the waiter brings her hamburger. She is using good manners. Sure, you could say, well, but that's his job. But still, even when you do the right thing and you're supposed to do the right thing, don't you want your teacher to say good job when you did a book report? I mean, that was your job as a student to do it, but you still want somebody to say thank you for turning it in and good job. Jack loves space movies. Choo, 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 choo. Still, he goes to the back of the ticket line at the theater. He waits his turn. He is using good manners. Oh, so he didn't cut in line, of course. Lorna does not shout when she spots her friend Chloe at the museum. She walks over to Chloe and says, "Hello." She is using good manners. Because you know, sometimes you're standing there in a quiet place and then somebody else yells across the room and it shocks you. Well, that's not cool. At the market, June says, "Mom, may I please have a treat?" If her mom says no, June does not argue. She's using good manners. Hey, June's mom has red hair like me. It's easy to use good manners in your neighborhood, at the store, in a restaurant. When you do, you will find that people treat you kindly in return. And here's some fun facts. In China, people with good manners do not point when speaking. Oh, sorry. In Venezuela, people with good manners sit up straight. Poor posture is thought to be rude. Oh my goodness, I better sit up. In Peru, it is polite to rest both hands on the table when eating out. Japanese people bow to greet one another. Oh, I've seen that. In Saudi Arabia, it is thought to be rude to eat with the left hand. So lefties, beware. In South Korea, people with good manners do not blow their nose at the table. Oh, yeah. I bet we could do that here too, though. And I like what they said here. Are you listening? George? George? Are you listening? All right. Did you see here it says, when you use your good manners, you will find that people treat you kindly in return. That is so true. Haven't you noticed, George, that when you do the right thing, people celebrate you and are happy and everybody seems happier around you? And when you do bad things and you distress people, suddenly it's not so good. Now, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Are we going to always try to do good manners in public? And if you make a mistake, it's okay, because just like the kids in the book, you can say, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, didn't mean to bump into you, or, oh, I tripped and I apologize. You know, it's real easy to be nice and polite, and it just makes the world a more pleasant place for everybody. It makes people smile, and we always love to make people smile, don't we, George? That's right. Okay, kid, that was your Kid Time Storytime Manners in Public. Why don't you practice this and then write in the comments below? Yep, just like that. And tell me how you practice good manners in public. I'd love to hear your stories. Well, see you next time on subscribe. Oops, I pointed. Sorry. China, sorry.